Okay, everybody say, oh yeah? Oh yeah. I'm gonna sing the song. You guys want to repeat the song and sing it with me, all right? You got a lot to smile for you. You got a lot to live for you. You got a lot to do, so you can't give up now. You got a lot to smile for you. You got a lot to live for you. You got a lot to do, so you can't give up now. One more time.
You got a lot to smile for you. You got a lot to live for you. You got a lot to do, so you can't give up now.
Give it up for yourselves. So I come here to talk about mental health, right? So I did a TED Talk back in March of this year, and the TED Talk was titled, How Everyday People Can Help Prevent Mental Health Crises Such as Suicide. I believe that everyday people, just like you don't have to be a professional in the mental health space to help, prevent a mental health crisis such as suicide, right? Some of us may encounter friends or family members who may be dealing with a mental health crisis, and we may tell ourselves the lie, I can't help her. I can't help her, I ain't got nothing to offer, right? You deal with that mental health crisis on your own, that's a lie, right? Statistics say that 60% of the people who dealt with a mental illness last year did not go to a therapist. They did not seek treatment. But you know what they did do? They did find themselves in some way in community with you. And that was the opportunity for you to help them in some capacity. But I want to talk about how you all can help them, if that's okay. If that's cool, everybody say cool?
Cool.
All right? So in my book, Get Up, Get Out, and Get Some Healing, I have an acronym that I use. It's called ASSERT. All right? So if you feel like it ain't your business when your friends or your family members are going through a mental health crisis, I want you to assert yourself. All right? Everybody say A?
A.
What the A stands for? The A, it stands for ask a question. Everybody say, what's the question?
What's the question?
The question is simple. You ask them, how do you feel? Not how you doing. There's a difference. How you doing, everybody will tell you what?
Good.
Right? But if you ask me how I feel, the question kind of changes your thought process. Damn, how I feel? Shit, I don't know how do I feel. You know? Because according to Royce, we don't feel. Everybody say lies! Alright? So again, the first letter in the acronym ASSERT is ask the question. The question is, how do you feel? Because if you begin asking our friends and family members that question more often, right, we create a culture different from that old one, right? Because that old culture didn't work, right? It only benefited us in one way, right? Not many ways at all. So we want to create a culture that gives our black men and our black women both equal space to feel in the household, right? And to have permission to express that feeling because it's necessary. We all need to know that, all right? The second letter in ASSERT is S, right? Everybody say S?
Yes.
All right? And that S is to study the behaviors, the mood, the changed behavior of those in your family, your friends, right? If somebody is doing something different, right, it says that when a person is not healed, they are exhibiting a pattern that is offbeat, right? If a person has not done the work to heal, they are exhibiting a pattern that is offbeat. If you see somebody showing up differently, you need to study that behavior and you need to respond to that with that next S. Everybody say, what's the next S?
What's the next S?
Solution. Be solution-based, right? What kind of solutions can you offer your friends and family? If you see them going through things, you ask them, what do you need? All right? That next letter is E. Everybody say engage.
Engage.
All right? Engagement. If I'm talking to you, don't be on your phone. Don't be looking around. Look at me. Listen to me. All right? If I feel like you ain't talking, you ain't listening to me, I'm going to shy away a little bit. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to shut down. Now I'm keeping that to myself. The next letter is R. Recognize that what they're expressing has nothing to do with you. It's not your time to try to prove it or disprove it. Just listen. All right? And that T That T, all right? That T is to trust their truth, all right? And I want to say this lastly. When somebody is dealing with a mental health crisis such as suicide ideation, they're dealing with something called rumination, right? Most of us think about the negative thoughts way more than we think about the positive thoughts, right? So to help our friends and loved ones to get rid of those negative thoughts, right? To interrupt that looping of negative thoughts and emotions and thoughts, right? Let's get them to get up and move and do something positive. Let's get them to laugh.